Sup. My name is Ree for the Council Network, and this is my top 5 moments of Avengers: Age of Ultron. I'm gonna say the pre director's cut. To be fair, this video does contain spoilers, so if you have yet to see this movie, please go see this movie, then come back and tell me your top 5. So I'm gonna start with number 5 spot for this movie, which honestly has to be just the Vision being born. When the Vision was born, it was just this awe-inspiring moment of just the Vision coming to life, part of Jarvis, part of Ultron, and part of just the gem. I think it's a soul gem that was in no, the mind gem that was in his head. And just seeing him come to life, and Thor coming in after Quicksilver had taken out the wires and says, "Fuck this, we're not allowing you to bring him back." And then Thor has those visions of just basically everything, dying off and whatnot because he could have stopped Sun, so he basically sparks up the Vision. So it was great chemistry between all the actors in that one scene. I loved it, just watching him do the Frankenstein thing and bring, Vision to life. And I like the way they portrayed Vision at first. They're like, we don't know if he's friend or enemy. Thor's gonna, just whack him one just so he gets his mind ready and decides where he actually belongs. And I thought that was really cool. The second probably no. I'm sorry. The fourth, number four, because that was number 5. Number 4 would probably be the Hulkbuster versus the Hulk. That whole scene was just amazing. I mean, how long have we waited to see that out of the comic books? To see the Hulkbuster on screen, just see Stark use it, and just have him go after the Hulk. And it was actually a legitimate reason. The Hulk was actually mind warped by Scarlet Witch. So having him mind warped by Scarlet Witch just gave a premises to say, all right, these two are gonna bust out kicking each other's ass. It's not just gonna be, he's mad at him. And I like that the Hulkbuster had that little, I don't know what to call it, the little compartment spaceship thing that kept shooting off more parts every time he needed more parts. I thought that was really cool. It was really something that I don't think we've seen in the comic books. I may be mistaken. But it was cool seeing that Hulkbuster on screen and just seeing it duke with the Hulk, and they did the bro scientist punch where they just both punch each other at the same time. It just caused a giant shockwave. I love that scene. That scene was amazing. My number 3 spot would probably have to be the post-credit scene. And I call it the post-credit scene. It's actually the mid-credit scene, and it's the only scene after the credits. And basically after they do the whole little statue thing, that's when you're going to see in the movie theater. So if you wanted the spoiler, there you go. Now, basically, Thanos gets the. If you don't know who Thanos is, you're gonna have to Google him. He's basically. I think it's fair enough to say Marvel's version of Darkseid, but a little more fucked up in the head, because he just doesn't want to just kill everything. He wants to destroy everything, and he wants to get laid. But quick version is this: he grabs the Infinity Gauntlet. He basically says, "You know what? I'm done using pawns. I'm going to go out there and get these 6 stones myself." So he's got the gauntlet. We know 4 stones exist. It's setting up for phase 3. I know it's cheesy to put it at, the 3rd spot. I'm actually really excited to see Thanos going from that, I'm sitting back and being the, if you were a fan of Power Rangers, you know what I'm talking about in a second here, where they throw down the monster and they throw down the monster and they throw down the monster. Time and time again, they get their asses handed to them and they don't do shit until the good guys are so powered up that they can't do shit against the good guys and they just keep losing. It's cool to see a bad guy that just wants to just completely say, fuck this, I'm going there, I'm doing it myself. I want to see how that plays out with the next couple of movies leading up to Infinity War. Now, Infinity War, obviously, Thanos is going to be the biggest motherfucker in there, so this makes sense to have Thanos, and it's a good continuation from the first Avengers post-credit scene to have this as a mid-credit. I was kind of hoping they would have had, I know, a side note, I was kind of hoping they would have that Swarmer scene, just have more Swarmer, just with Scarlet Witch and, well, Quicksilver's dead. Sorry, spoilers. Alright, my number 2 spot would probably have to be the Vision picking up Mjolnir. That was the craziest thing. And just all of them trying to figure out why he was able to pick it up. Why the Vision? The Vision is an artificial intelligence. He should not be able to do this. But with the gem inside of his head, it's what you see right in his forehead. It's like right above his eyes. Just right above those Paul Bettany eyes. My God. So basically, everyone's assuming that that's why he's able to pick it up. I think it's actually a different reason. I think it's because he has a soul, and that soul allows him to just basically have the what it takes to sort of lead Thor's World. I totally zoned out on what the hell Thor's World was called again. I was just watching it. I feel so stupid. But you know what I mean? It's cool to see the Vision be the one to pick it up. I honestly thought Cap would be, because Captain America has done it in the comic books a few times before, and I thought it would have been cool to see in the movie theater. Maybe he's not up to that point yet. Maybe they just didn't want to do it, but having the Vision was a good take. And side note, when the Vision was born that I didn't mention was that he basically looked at Thor and said, "I like your cape," and then he didn't actually physically say it now. He actually just dons the cape, which was badass to have, but him picking up Mjolnir, and I think it was twice or two or three times in the movie. Two or three times in the movie, he picks up Mjolnir, and it was the craziest shit to watch him pick up Mjolnir. It was hilarious, needless to say. My number 5 spot, the final thing. My number 5 spot is going to the final fight. This fight has been pretty much the best on-screen fight for a superhero comic book series I've ever witnessed. And I'm not a Marvel fanboy, I just like comics in general. But I'm telling you, it's that 1 hour fight scene. It's like an hour-long fight scene, 45 minutes, an hour fight scene against Ultron in the streets of Germany. I forgot the correct exact place that they were fighting. But there's so many freaking Ultrons on screen, and they're all going after the Avengers, and everyone's getting that screen time in, even Black Widow, even Hawkeye. And then basically just throwing each other down, and Hawkeye's got to go save this kid. He's got to, they make you think he's going to die, and then Quicksilver comes in and just dies. You know what? I'm not the biggest fan of Quicksilver, but it's sad to see him go either which way. I thought, Hawkeye's time was up. They revealed a lot of backstory for him prior to this fight, and it just made a lot of sense. But hey, it is what it is. But this final fight was pretty much the best fight I've ever witnessed in, a superhero movie. And I know some of you may disagree with that. That's perfectly fine. For me, it has been a long time coming, instead of just a 15-minute end fight, to have this giant on-screen all-out war battle. And I hope to Thanos we get something. Yeah, play of words. I really do hope when it comes to Infinity War we get something so similar, just where it's massive armies going at each other. Avengers 1 had it to a point, but Avengers 2 just takes it and runs with it that much better. There are flaws to this movie. I will not deny that. There are things that I wish they didn't cut out, or things that should have been put in. It's jam-packed with stuff. But for the summer movie, this is going to be it. I love this movie. And honestly, I can't wait to share my review with you guys, but there was so much stuff. I'm going to go watch it for a third time tomorrow to make sure I don't leave anything out, and that way I can get everything in that review, so this way I can give you the best review I possibly can. If you guys enjoy this here on the Council Network, we are actually a division of about 2 to 3 other channels. This is our hub channel. But feel free to subscribe here on the Council Network, as movie reviews, TV show reviews, and a bunch of other content will be coming here and only on here on the Council Network. I just want to say thank you for watching our video here, and make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought about Avengers 2. Just please, for the people who have yet to see it, put in the headliner of your comment spoilers ahead. That way, no one has to get spoiled, because I got a lot of friends who have yet to see the movie, and I think they're in for a real treat. I'm Reed for the Council Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.